Some brains work differently to others and are what we describe as being neurodivergent. A diagnosis of autism or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD for short, might be given to describe some of these differences. And because it's becoming easier to notice them at an earlier age, it means that more young people are now being diagnosed as being autistic or having ADHD. Autism can show up as a difference in communication, behaviour, and preferences compared to non-autistic young people. And a young person with ADHD can have persistent difficulties with paying attention, making mistakes, being organised, and having the right levels of activity. Young people with a diagnosis of autism or ADHD may or may not find some aspects of everyday life challenging. Building an understanding of their diagnosis, as well as making helpful adaptations, can support them to progress and to also thrive in life. We recognise that it can be difficult as a parent, teacher or healthcare professional to know if a young person is autistic or has ADHD, understand how to refer them for assessment, or to find out what support might be available for you during this process. We are the Northamptonshire Healthcare NHS Foundation Trust, Children and Young People's Autism and ADHD Service, a specialist team involved in the process of the screening of referrals through to the final outcome, and we're here to offer our expertise and our support. From the point receiving a completed referral to reaching a final outcome can take some time, and the pathway involves a number of different steps. As a first step, if you feel that a young person may be autistic, has ADHD, or both, then talking with the people who know them best and spend the most time with them can be a really helpful starting point. There's also useful information and resources you can access before deciding if a young person needs to be referred to the Children and Young People's Autism and ADHD team. If a decision is reached to make a referral, the next step involves downloading both the parent and school referral packs from the NHFT Referral Management Centre website, fully completing them with as much information as possible, before returning them to the NHFT Referral Management Centre for screening. After we have screened the packs, if a further assessment is needed, the young person will be accepted onto the pathway. If not, then advice or signposting to other services might be suggested. The next steps involve one or more of the following observational assessments, depending on what is needed. A school observation, a quantitative behaviour test, QB for short, or an autism diagnostic observational schedule, ADOS for short, which could be carried out online through Microsoft Teams. After these steps, the young person will be put forward for an assessment with a neurodevelopmental clinic, NDC for short, where one of our specialist clinicians will review all the information provided. They may also ask for additional information before making an informed decision on whether or not a diagnosis of ADHD or ASD or both is given. Not all the young people we assess on the pathway will receive a diagnosis. If a diagnosis of autism or ADHD is received, support might include attending workshops and helpful information may be provided. Information about medication might also be explored following a diagnosis of ADHD. Where a diagnosis of autism or ADHD is not received, it may be that other types of support are suggested. We understand that the pathway can sometimes be a long and difficult process for everyone involved. As a specialist team, along with our colleagues across the wider Northamptonshire Healthcare NHS Foundation Trust, we are here to offer you guidance and support at each step of the Children and Young People's Autism and ADHD pathway. For more information or any queries about the Children and Young People's Autism and ADHD service, you can visit our website or contact the team by phone.